Okay. Hello again, this is Trace Majestus, and I don't know what happened last night, but somehow the stream didn't save. For those who actually watched it while it was live, you got to see some interesting content and one of my better streams. Unfortunately, somehow it didn't get saved to YouTube, even though it was streamed through them. I have absolutely no idea how it didn't work. Um, I don't know whether the failure was my end. Well, actually, it would be hard to be on my end because I got it to YouTube and people were able to. I don't know. Something went wrong with saving it, and somehow it didn't get saved. It would be nice to know if it was something I actually did. Whoop! I think this is actually the wrong. Yeah, this is the wrong. Hold on a second. I didn't start the beta. I started the other thing. I started the live. All right, well, we will restart with the beta. Okay, now we have the beta coming up. So let me change over to that. I think I'm going to have to get a better video card and a second monitor. Just so I can move all the non-game stuff over to the second monitor. All right, here we are. We're actually in the beta. That's good. All right. System map. Hello. Oh, wow, was that slow? Well, that's kind of why. All right, we're going to have to find somewhere else to put the carrier because this is ridiculous. Well, let's guess we'll do something completely different. Since I know it doesn't work for trading, people are not trading, for exploring, and people are overloading the mining. Let's try trading. Something different. I haven't done trading in ages. All right, so Commodities. Now, one of the better commodities to trade are imperial slaves. So, now where did they go? Ah, yes, imperial slaves. So, if we do this right, we should be able to make 5K per ton. So let me go back to Shinrada Desert and refit this ship for trading. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Because obviously everybody and their brother is doing mining. So let's do something different. Okay. Engage.
Preparing to fill space.
So what we'll do is tonight we'll fill up the ship with slaves, and tomorrow night we'll sell them at 5K per ton. Not really that great. I have a feeling this is going to suck at this as well. It's even in my head, it doesn't feel like the math is going to run. You know, even at 27,000 tons or 25,000 tons, it's just not going to do it. Yeah, especially since I only really get one jump a night. So basically every other night you get a payday out with using that, and it's just not going to be enough. Engage.
Preparing to fill space.
But we'll see. Considering they've nerfed and have been nerfing everything that's 100 mil credits or more. Engage.
Preparing for war.
So you really can't rely on making more than 60K per hour, or sorry, 60 mil per hour in any endeavor in the game, because anything that goes too far over that, they nerf. And figuring that, it takes basically 2 hours of grinding on your, your chosen poison to get a week's worth of money. That will get real tedious real fast. So basically in a week I can get just under 2 months of No, not yeah. Just under 2 months of, and then just under 2 months of maintenance, and that's without any jump costs. Um, Never mind picking up tritium. It, ugh. Yeah, if I wanted to, put an exploration one out there with this 1 hour, spool up and 1 hour cooldown, I'm going to be making basically 1,000 light years every 3 days. Basically 2 days to jump, or 2 jumps in 2 days, and then 1 day to collect more tritium. No. It's going to take doing it that way. To get it out to where I want it is going to take 180 weeks. No, 180 days. Half a year. Or more. More than half a year, yeah. And that's just straight travel. I mean, that's not even... that's just annoying. And that's if the tritium is easy to mine, and I don't even know if that's going to be true. This is not very well. The user experience was definitely not highly considered on this. Yeah, I had a problem right at the end where it didn't save to YouTube. So the whole stream that we had yesterday disappeared into nowhere. Bye-bye, gone. Which sucks, because that was a pretty good stream. Had a lot of people involved. It was very interesting. I had some great conversations. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
This isn't the first time it's done this to me either. It's powered engines.
Routing power to engines.
Welcome to the station, Commander.
This is, I think, the 5th stream that YouTube has lost on me. Which, I mean, is not a bad success percentage, but it's really annoying when you have a stream like yesterday, which was really active, a lot of people on it, and it just disappears. Power to shields.
Routing power to shields.
Power to weapons. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Access authorized. Cleared for landing on pad 17.
So I'm very frustrated with that, and I don't know why it does that from time to time. I have no idea why. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Very frustrating. Especially since the stuff from last night, there's no way I can recapture that. I'm frustrated. It's just really, really annoying. Alright, what do we got here? We got limpets. I don't need any limpets for what I'm doing now. And I can't play test what I want to play test. I can't play test the way it works around mining. Because there's just too many ships in that system. So I'm gonna have to do something else. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see, utility mounts. What do I got? Shield boosters, point defense, chaff launcher. I don't need this, and it's not modified. Transfer. Heavy duty, no. Resistance augmented, yes. 1.5, 1.35. Okay, so this is the one I want. Hard points. I have no idea. I don't know anything about their back-end systems. But it's not the first time I've had one vanish. Yeah, I bet. But I'm going to do something that's pretty... I'm not going to do a mission. I'm going to do something... I'm basically going to go do trading. Overcharge thermal vent. Efficient, no. Long range. Oops. Overcharge thermal vent. Hey, wait a minute. Where's the rest of the... Interesting. Huh, maybe it's on the ship. I should have another beam as long-range thermal vent. Sorry, overcharged thermal vent. Efficient, 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 efficient. Long range. Focused. Okay, well, I guess I'll transfer that one. I must have screwed up and sold it last time. All right. Optional internals. 8A shield generator. Transfer. Store. Brush up. 8A cargo rack. Hmm. I bet if you find those missions, they'll be quite lucrative. Shield enforcement, reinforcement. Why do I have this? That's not what I want. Five booster, okay. So if I want to do this, those are military compartments. I don't want that. Military refinery. Whoops. I'm not going to need this. All right. Total cargo, 698 tons. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I have a shield. No, I don't have any shield at all. Nope, we're not doing that. Enhanced low power fast charge. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, so I have a shield. I have a bunch of cargo racks. I have to fix my firing groups. And the right-hand menu has frozen. So, back to the main menu and relog. I'll do this. All right. Fire groups. All the beams on the same group. Cannon on group 2. And that over there. That's fine. That's good. Alrighty. Ryuhan Yi. Well, maybe I won't do Imperial Slaves. Let's see if there's anything else where I can get a large difference. So there's 5,000 per ton, 5,000 per ton difference between the min and the max price, or the minimum buy price and the maximum sell price for Imperial Slaves. Let's see if there's anything else. Meta alloys. Open link a new tab. Let's see. Landing pad large. Okay. So then if I go over to Inara and commodities, and I take a look at meta alloys, and we go on Best Buy, quantity 1. Okay, so there's no, that's a bad choice because it's just not enough to purchase. Okay. So that looks good, except there's not enough. Profit. If I sort by profit. Okay. Next best one is ceramic composites, which is probably safer anyway, because you're not carrying meta alloys. So then if I go over to here and I say, where are you? Ceramic composites. Let's see how much money we can make at this. Ceramic composites, near star system, coal 285. Oh God. Sector LT-H. C10-5. Search. No, Best Buy, not sell. Alright, so I can get a few down there. Alright, so let's try this. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Now, looks like the largest quantity is going to be in a slightly different sector, and its price is pretty close. So, let's go to that place. We want to go to COL 285 sector QJJSH C1023. So that's where we're going. And then we're going to pull the ship to us.
In order to keep main traffic flows smoothly, please follow standard operating procedures and request docking permission before entering the starport.
Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
You are go for departure.
Powered engines.
Routing power to engines.
Engage.
Preparing to full space.
You have left the no fire zone. We hope to see you again, Commander.
Fuel scoping. System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Frame shift
Spooling
drive
FTL
charging.
engines and preparing for jump.
Four, three, two, one. Fuel scoping.
How many jumps is this? Not that many. Now this is the tough part. I think I could actually do
Complete.
considerably better without the carrier doing this. Engage.
Charging FTL.
Drive charging.
Although the one thing this will do is reduce the chances of pirate interdiction to nearly zero.
Temperature critical.
So I could probably go shielded weaponless. But it's still no good. Engage. Engage.
Frame shift
Spooling
drive
FTL
charging.
engines and preparing for jump.
T-Tori. Okay.
Three, two,
Engage.
frame shift
Preparing for
drive
war.
charging. Four, three, two, fuel scoping. Fuel scoping complete.
Yeah, Type 9s suck. Even when they're A-rated. Engage.
Frame shift
Preparing for
drive
war.
charging.
The way to deal with that since there's almost nothing out there that can jump lock you, because you're just a beast. So if someone goes to, you pack everything into shields you can. And you just immediately submit. And then jump out, if someone interdicts you, you submit and jump right out to the next system. And just thumb your nose at them. It's the only thing you can really do. Alright, Goldstein's Folly. What? QGHC 1023. Okay. Well, maybe I need to... What's the distance out to this one? Oh, wow. 82,000 light seconds. This is a ways out there. All right.
System scan complete.
All right. And just because I'm here, system map. I don't see... Oh, is it a land base? Huh! Look at this, no one's been here. I would get first, if I ever come out here, I'll get firsties on it. Cool. Alright. Goldstein Settlement. It's going to take a while to get out there. Oh, before I get out there, since it's on a settlement, system map. Okay, so it's at C4, right? I probably should write this down. So this is coal 285. Actually, let me do it this way. Mark this guy. Edit. Dash test. Source. Save. Okay, so now I should be able to find it. If I come over to here, carrier management, navigation. And so in an area, the carrier will be here. Okay. Actually, let me see how far is that within the jump range? Oh yeah, it's only 260 light years. Okay, great. Well, you know, I'm going to have to do something to mine myself some tritium. So what you end up doing, and that's true if you low wake out. If you jump to another system and then jump back, he's not necessarily there. You're never going to beat an interdiction in that pig. That's for damn sure. You're just not going to beat it. What you can do is drop down and jump to the next system, to another system nearby. You know, just do a quick jump out, turn around, jump back. I mean, you got to be real savvy with a Type 9 because you're not going to defend yourself. Just don't even bother putting weapons on it. It's not worth it. You could use the extra jump range. Pack what you can into shield boosters. Put the heaviest hull you can on it because you're not going very far anyway because its jump range is absolute crap. I'm not a fan of the Type 9. Quite frankly, an Anaconda does a better job. And you can defend yourself. Somewhat. Just making myself some notes here on stuff to put in the feedback forms. And we'll see how trading goes. I have a feeling it's going to be nearly useless for trading as well. I think the only place it's going to be really useful for is for miners. And even then, it's questionable. Yeah, because of the way the economy works, it's just not going to work. And then they went and they nerfed the ways to get large amounts of low temperature diamonds. So now it's just like Okay. Well, carriers may very well be not purchased by anybody in the live game, just because they're, too much work and not enough benefit. I mean, there may be a few people that, get it for prestige, but it's about all. Now, the commodity that I'm looking at trading here is the second best minimum purchase price to maximum sell price in the game. The only one better for that is Meta Alloys, but it looks like they're completely farmed out, as Maya only has one, and they're the only place that sells it, so that's kind of useless. Rares may be a little better, but I mean, rares, you can't buy and sell rares on a carrier, so you're left with normal commodities. And I knew I shouldn't have... Well, maybe tomorrow I'll swing by Shinrada Desra. I'll leave some of my cargo modules on this ship and go to Shinrada Desra and pick up the mining tools again so that I can go mine some tritium. But back to the Space Cow. I don't like the Space Cow for anything at all. There are better ships in the game for everything it does. Some people like it. I don't. And you might as well, paint it bright white with a bullseye on it. It can barely get out of its own way. Never mind try and get out of an interdiction or run away from anybody. The only way I was successful running away was jumping to a nearby system immediately and went on interdiction. Oops. Oh, that's right, too. They messed the... I gotta write that down. That's a bug. Okay. Random number generator. It has no basis in reality. Okay, that's just an encoded emissions. What I'm wondering is, when it gets close to time, it'll give you a target location, or whether I should just, drop down somewhere. I don't know. The Space Cow. Hey, Carlson. It's good to see you. Night vision. um. Let me put it to you this way. If you're talking overall game size, this game simulates the entire Milky Way galaxy, all 400 billion stars. In addition to that, the amount of interactions you can have with the game and different things you can do. You could do, bounty hunting, piracy, trading,
Orbital flight engaged.
exploration, mercenary combat. Did I say bounty hunting? I don't know. But you can do bounty hunting. Geez, I mean, there's just so many different things you can do. Plus, you've got all the different ships you can get. And then there's things which are somewhat harder to describe, like power play, which is kind of somewhat an RPG, somewhat a role-playing sort of thing, where you help, you sign up with a faction and you help them by doing missions and stuff for them. Then there's close quarters combat, which is an entire different sub-game. Then, I mean, you put on top of all that with 3 different game modes, where you can play in a solo, where you're the only player in the universe. You can play in a private group, which is basically you get into a group and you just go by the group's rules so you don't get kicked out. Or you can go into open play and, well, I hate open play. There's too many fuel rats. I haven't actually met any of them. I haven't needed them.
Gudamaya, Tango, Romeo, India. It's good to have you with us, Commander. Please submit a docking request for
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
access granted. Please head directly for Bay 07.
Scan detected.
When I went out on Distant Worlds 2, there were a lot of fuel rats with the group. There were a lot of rock rats with the group. I think that's the right term for them. I forget, the mining group. There were other groups with us. When I went out on it, since I'm a live streamer, I went out with a videographer role. Ooh, what's the gravity here? What's the gravity? Oh, not too bad. I don't want to pancake my ship. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
But as far as games
Deployed.
where you've fly a spaceship, this is really the first one that's got space flight reasonable. It's quasi-realistic. I mean, there are some things for gameplay that they some things they do for gameplay that make it a little unrealistic, but take it with a grain of salt. I mean, the ships fly nice, and they sound nice, and they look nice. And then if you like fighting aliens, there's the Thargoids to fight.
Have you with us, Commander?
And there's just all sorts of stuff to do. And different communities like the fuel rats. Alright, so I wanted to look at the commodities. And then, you look at the stuff like what I've got here. 83 credits, nice. It's only got half the volume.
cargo hold at maximum capacity.
And right now, excuse me, right now I'm in the beta for the upcoming fleet carrier release. So that's going to be something additional that some people will probably play. And that's what my carrier looks like. How long do I got before it's going to jump? Going to take 328 of my 500 units. So 42 minutes before it jumps. So, I mean, oh, hello. Hello, Dresky. Great to have you along, Commander. Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, a lot of those other ones, the Star Wars, Star Trek type of games, most of them only have, they have a storyline follow through. I mean, this has a background storyline, but really, you can ignore it and just do whatever you want. And there's just so much to get involved in. In fact, when you're exploring, actually, let me see. Where did I put it? There. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Some interesting things happen when you explore stuff. PC 19.0. Now, I've been playing this game for quite a few years at this point. Oh, man, it's not going to let... Oh, because I'm in the carrier. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
I think I spelled that right. B-Y-E-I-A-C-H-R. Is that U-I-A-E-I-E dash... Whoops. Dash PC 19.0. I think that's the correct one. Oh, it's not going to let me show the system? Oh, that's crap. Oh, wait, I'm in the beta, so it won't. Ah! If I wasn't in the beta, I could open up that system. Actually, no, this isn't VR. What I have is the Tobii IX4C head and eye tracker, which is... Yeah, some of them will do that. But this head and eye tracker I like a lot better than any of the current generation of head-mounted displays. Additionally, it has the benefit where, the chat, I mean, what you're seeing in the video is the game. And the chat I've got on a completely different computer. So when I go and I look at the window that the chat is on, if I had a head-mounted display, I couldn't see it. So this allows me to better interact with people who are, watching in. So really, the head-mounted display, I don't think will ever work for me. Plus, I do have false motion issues where I get sick with certain types of false motion, and pretty much guaranteed the head-mounted display is going to give me that. So yeah, looks like they're going to remove the double and triple hotspots for everything, which is really going to make mining a lot less lucrative. Which, of course, feeding into the exorbitant maintenance prices for the carriers is probably going to make it so that, out of the, I don't know, 4 million or so players, maybe 100 or so will actually buy carriers. Yeah, well, if you're not streaming, and the thing with streaming is I have to look and see the chat, which means I can't have a head-mounted display, period, because the game just doesn't have a way to get the chat into it. On the other hand, and the fact that I'm pretty sure I'm going to get motion sick from using one. So this gives me the best of both worlds. I can look around quite easily. Now, I had the previous model of the Tobii head tracker, or sorry, Tobii eye tracker, which was a pure eye tracker, and it was okay. But the 4C model, which came out later, which tracks both the eyes and your head, is very much superior to the original model. And I really, really, really like it. I don't think I'll ever go away from it. This here isn't VR, no, but you can use VR with the game. This is just a head tracker. I'd love to do it. Well, let me see if I can help your confusion. This game is not only integrated with VR headsets, it's integrated with most of the eye and head trackers that are out there. So the screen control is based on the input from the Tobii IX4C, which means I can look left, and there's an algorithm that I've put in to get, to control how much left I move when I look left and how much I go up and down, and etc. So the IX4C is literally just another controller. I mean, it plugs into the one of the USB ports and is directly integrated with this game. So it allows me to control the game camera with just moving my head around or moving my eyes around. So the way I've set it up is so that, if I move my head, it will make broad, fast movements. But if I move my eye, it will make more refined, smaller movements. So it looks a little bit like VR. But if you've seen people with VR streams, usually that seems a bit curved because of the way the VR works. But this gives me a VR-like experience without all the negatives that come with a head-mounted display. The Tobii 4C actually mounts to my monitor, not to my head. And so after a 30-second calibration thing you go through, it's dialed in and works absolutely great. So wherever I want to look, I just look, and the 4C integration with the game just moves the camera. Or pivots the camera is probably a more correct term, because it doesn't move it forward and back. It just, it turns right, left, and up, and then down. So that's what the head tracker does. Like I said, I like it a lot. Even when they improve the head-mounted displays, I don't think I'm going to go to one. I prefer this. Thank you. This game is a tremendous amount of fun. I've been playing it, I think, for 4.5 years now, and I still haven't done everything in the game that you can do. I mean, if you look over here, right? I'm master rank in combat, not elite yet. I'm elite in trade and explorer because I've been to the complete other side of the Milky Way galaxy, but I've never even gone into close quarters combat. I've never done it. I've watched people do it on YouTube, but I've just never done it. One of these days I will. But it just hasn't been, haven't really been a combat guy. I mean, as you can see, I'm finally master, almost halfway through master. Excuse me. But I've never been to CQC, which is basically small ship combat with snub fighters. I mean, there's just so much you can do. And if I was in the production game rather than in the beta, I could show you some of the systems out on the other side of the galaxy that I've been to. In fact, I'm the first one that's been there, and my character name is actually on the objects in the system. If you go to those systems, and you can't do it here. Oh, no, actually I can't. But what I should do here is I should sell as much of the exploration data as I can.
Incoming message.
And this particular system, the one I couldn't turn in because I'm not far enough away from here, is I'll actually maybe even have my name on the system, at least during the beta. I may very well come down here in the live game just to explore it and get my name all over it. But and right now I'm only, I'm actually having to wait. It's another thing I don't, I don't like to spool up. It's 30 minutes before the carrier jumps to the system. And I can start testing what I want to test. This 1 hour spool up and cool down on the carriers is definitely less than ideal gameplay. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So now I'm basically just waiting for it to get here. Which, of course, is, like I said, it isn't great gameplay having to sit here and wait for the carrier to arrive. Thanks. But, I mean, if you go back, I mean, other than last night where there was some sort of technical glitch where my stream didn't actually save. I mean, last night's stream was 3.5 hours long, and it just disappeared in YouTube land somewhere. So that was annoying, but I mean, if you go look back through all my videos in the channel, especially the streaming ones, you can just see what gameplay is like. I've done a lot, over the past, I don't know, 6-8 months, I've done a lot of different things. I've done everything from exploration to Actually, I will only be streaming most likely for another half an hour to 45 minutes. Um, but there's lots of I got a lot of streams on the channel. Anyway, have a good night, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow night or some other following night. I basically stream at the same time every night.
There's another bio-waste village on Deck C. Sanitation team responds.
Huh. It never said I went live. Well, that's really annoying. I don't know why it wouldn't have said that. But yeah, last night was pretty much beset with technical difficulties, both in game, as I had the game crash. I tried to jump my carrier into Boran, but there were already more carriers in Boran than the system could hold, and so the game crashed. Which was oh so lovely. But it did give me time while it was restarting to come up with a still screen that I can put messages on. If something happens in the game and I lose the video, I can put a still image up and keep talking while the game reboots. Well, that's annoying. I did have a few people in the stream. I think I had 4 people actively typing in the chat, and oh, that's really annoying. Like I said, I have no idea what went wrong, whether it was my error in setting things up or whether YouTube just completely messed up. I just don't know. I've got no way to find out. But it never ended up saving the video. I'm pretty annoyed because it was a pretty great video. It's a pretty good video. One of my better ones. Yeah. And the other reason I'm kind of sad is it's not something I can repeat, really. Unless they change how change the prices on the carriers and some of the other stuff. Okay, Commander. See you when you get back. But unless they change the prices on the carriers and put the universal cartographics on them, I really don't see myself buying one. I'm going to see if it works well for long distance trading tonight. But if it doesn't work for this and it doesn't work for exploration, I will have absolutely no reason to buy one. And of course, since it has that 1 hour spool up, I get to sit here and twiddle my thumbs until the carrier shows up. Oh, yay. It's like, thanks, Frontier. This is lovely gameplay. I can understand 15, 20 minutes spool up, just to kick people off the carrier who don't want to go for a ride. But an hour an hour spool up and an hour cool down. That's 2 hours between jumps. That's a bit much. for a game. Maybe in reality it would be what would be, but you know, I'm pretty sure that I can get to, well, I don't know, 20,000 units of cargo. Maybe I can't do that in less time than it takes for a single jump. I don't know. I don't know. But in the main game, if they get to the point where, if they get rid of the dual hotspots, I may end up doing long distance trading on ceramic composites. I may very well do that. And it looks like it's going to be quite profitable. $634 tons and getting a profit of approximately 28,000 per. So that's 28 million for a run. Geez, this may just be worth doing. 28 mil for a single cargo run from here to there. Now, let me see where there is. Inara. Best sell. Let's see how far it is. Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
So EHLAUNETI. Oh wow, I could make a killing doing this run. What's it carrying? Is it mission cargo or is it carrying just something? Missions are one thing, and I don't like doing mission cargo because you lose the specific items. You can't just go buy other ones. Source and return isn't bad. But the way they've changed some of the pirates and having the hatchbreaker, yeah, there's a problem with mission cargo, which is the hatchbreaker limpets. So I've been avoiding cargo missions because it's too easy to fail them. Although maybe in a Python it's okay, because you can avoid most interdictions with a Python. But this is just running plain old cargo. And eighty fuel scoop, FSD. I might even be able to get rid of the FSD booster and just put another 5E cargo rack in there. What are they buying at a reasonably high price here? Oh. Grain. Grain's not a bad thing to bring here. Liquor, beer's not a bad thing to bring here. Ooh. Microbial furnaces. Nice. Bauxite. Now that's interesting. Oh, that's the number. I'm looking at the wrong numbers here. Consumer technology's not bad. Just under 7K per ton. Performance enhancers. Yeah, not much demand for these guys. Profit if bought at galactic average. Oh, okay, so we want to just look at this column. Yeah, but the numbers are too low. Produced by mining only. Oop. Hello, Philin. I didn't see whatever message you put in. Hope I got the pronunciation right. What am I doing? Right now I'm waiting for my carrier to arrive. The joys of having a carrier at this point. So what I'm going to try and do here is see if I can use a carrier to basically improve my trading. Oh, okay, so it should be here in 12 minutes. I guess I'll go up into orbit. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
You may leave when ready.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are free of starport.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Uh-oh. It lost my chat connection. Yeah. How do I tell it to reconnect? Well. Oops, that's not what I want. I want this. All right, let me look it over here and see. Live stream settings, live chat. Why has it lost connection to chat? Troll. Blah, 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 blah. Not really helpful. How do I reconnect chat? Unable to connect to chat. Try again later. Is there a way that I can do this? How do I restart my chat connection? YouTube, what are you doing to me? Well, let's see if I pop the chat out, if it will. Well, I'm hoping I can figure out how to do this. I don't know what I need to do to make sure I'm in the right place to see it. Someone managed to catch a cut to record one jumping into a system, but I'm not sure how they actually did it. I think. Well, those don't seem to be it. Let me quickly flag all of these guys. Weapons fire, encoded. Problem is I didn't see how he did it. And he didn't really have it in the video how he managed to get it to happen. Okay. All right, that's all of them, right? I have not played Destiny 2, so I don't know. Alright, obviously it's not any of those. System map. Definitely not here yet. "5 minutes to arrival." Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find out from that. 'I don't see how to tell where this is going to show up. Cyclical Galaxy, the system map. Navigation. Alright, I don't see anything here that tells me how this is going to work. Interesting. It's still pretty rough on newbies. One thing I suggest to everyone new to the game is that they go through every single one of the tutorials. 3 minutes to arrival, and well, I'm going to take a guess that if I drop down here, it will pop in. I'm going to take a guess. I could be wrong. If not, well, tomorrow night I'll catch it in the next destination system, and we'll see if we can figure out how to get it to be in the right place. So in just a couple of minutes, we'll find out if it jumps to me or if it ends up somewhere slightly different. Hopefully it'll be right here. Because the one video I saw of it, the guy was just sitting in normal space and it popped in. So I'm guessing, since I'm here in the system, that if I'm sitting here in normal space, it will come to right here. We'll see. I hope I'm right. Some of them are, and some of them are just as bad as they were. All right. About 40 seconds to jump. We'll see if it arrives here or if we have to go find it. Please do. I do appreciate the likes. And thank you very much for those of you who've already smashed the like. I try and be as entertaining as I can be. I really hope it appears right here. That would just be good. No, it jumped in and we missed it. Ah! Didn't come here. Darn it!
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right. Where are you? Oh, way over there.
Incoming message.
Well, that's interesting. It didn't end up where I thought it was going to end up. So we'll try and figure it out tomorrow night and see what it takes to be there when it arrives. Since I can only really get in one jump a night, that makes it tough. Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
There are 3 different game modes that you can play in. You can play in solo, where you're the only player. You can play in a private group where only members of the group are in there, and you can play in open world. Now, in private groups, some private groups, well, all private groups and in the open world, you can have PvP. Most private there are a lot of private groups out there that are, in quotes, PvE only, where if you, engage in PvP against members of the group, they kick you out. Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated pad, Commander.
Pad 3. And there's my lovely carrier. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Now, when I started playing this game, I didn't have an eye tracker. I just had a $50 throttle and stick. And I found I liked the throttle and stick so much that I bought myself an expensive, a really expensive one. Well, really expensive being 10 times the $50 one.
Docking successful. Engines shutting down. Hello, Commander. How may we assist you?
All right. Commodity trading, manage market. Take that off. Somebody sold me one. Somebody sold me one? Oh, no, maximum stock. Okay, nobody sold me one. Okay, never mind. All right. All right, what can we do here? How do I transfer? How do I transfer stuff onto carrier management, maybe? How do I... Okay, ceramic composites, right? No stock. How do I put stock in here? How How do I put stock in here? Huh. Interesting. Well, what I can't figure out is how I transfer stock into here. Is manage. I don't see how to do this. Ah. No, I can't do anything to that. Pilot's Handbook. Well, I think I know. I know one way I can do it. Why is the redemption office offline? Oh, because I didn't install it. Okay. Outfitting, shipyard, armory. How do I put... Huh. Right, so I go in here to manage market, right? I go down to... Yeah, I've got low temperature diamonds here. So it's looking, you know, we can buy whatever, blah, 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 blah. If I change it to sell price, but I've got no stock. I don't know how to add the stock. Well, maybe if I Google this. Nope, there's absolutely nothing on adding stock. Well, that's crazy. Well, I can do one thing here. All right, where are they? So if I buy this commodity, then rather than adding stock, I can just sell them. Okay. And then I can just ferry them from down there to up here until I fill 25,000 units. So 25,000, I have to transfer money around in a bunch. This is a pain in the behind. All right. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
This is just way too inefficient. This isn't going to work at all. Yeah, I don't know.
Launch successful. We hope to see you again, Commander.
Oh, I forgot to,
Frameshift
no wonder I'm going nowhere.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, so basically, this is just being a pain.
Orbital flight engaged.
Lords of Murder. I'm gonna go buy more. Bring them up. It just happened. Oh, I got too close. Well, that's not gonna work.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So basically, the whole point was to empty this settlement of everything they've got, bring it to the sales point, 25,000 units of it to the sales point. Open hailing frequencies.
Tango, Romeo, India.
Requesting docking permission.
Commander, please submit a docking request before landing. Permission authorized. Please head directly for Bay 07.
Now, a couple of hours ago, they had 27,000 units of that commodity here. So I was going to come here and basically empty the station.
Scan detected.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear
No
deployed.
visual on landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Confirmed contact. Perform landing checklist. We hope you enjoy your stay.
So if I put some more Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. Huh. Huh, I'll go back up and look what it brought it up to for me. It does depend. It won't bring it past the point where you can pay for it because it allocates the money immediately. So if you can't afford 25,000, you won't be able to put it there.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
But I have a feeling this is the only run-up I'm going to do again tonight because I'm already at bedtime. So it's going to take me... Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
You may climb to escape altitude. Starboard restrictions lifted. Goodbye, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Ah! No! It's around the corner!
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Disengage.
Exiting hyperspace.
So...
Docking permission will be granted following a successful eligibility check.
Open hailing frequencies.
Requesting docking permission.
Docking request accepted. A landing pad has been assigned to you, Commander.
Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
All right, so if I do this, and let's see, what did I buy them for down below? Oh, no, no, no. Now it says no room. Hmm. Okay, so you can't change price on commodities that have stock in. Oh, I see. I'm overstock here. No. Oh, this is completely messed up. All right, well, that's completely messed up. What I should have done is set it at the same price as everything down below. And it won't let me take them off. This is so completely broken. Well, that's better. Now let's see if I can find a way to adjust that price. All right. I'll have to figure out more about that tomorrow. At any rate, well, if you look here, so now if I change this to if I change it to sell, it says I have 1,268 units. So it's now stored. But I got to be careful with prices on how I do things to make sure that if it's something I want, it doesn't look like I can transfer it directly into storage. It looks like I have to actually use the market to put it in and take it out. Um, had it listed as buy. Why? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Actually, let me relog and see if it changes things. Sometimes there are things that are, bugs where they continue. No, it's still taking it in at 12 credits per. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Any rate, I'm going to sleep on it. see if I can figure out what's going on and work more with it tomorrow. But I've already got a list of bugs and comments and things like that to submit into Frontier. So that will be something for them. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Mouse goes over here. Okay. I will see you guys the next time. I'm going to pick it up again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'd like to thank you all for coming along with me. It was quite the interesting night. We had one of the largest concurrent viewers nights that I've ever had, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. But that's all I've got time for, so that's all for now. This is Trice Majestus, signing out.